the Indiana Fever, aka America's team, display an embarrassing display of basketball against the Phoenix Penitentiary. After the embarrassing loss, Indiana Fever has released more bad news. What is going on with America's team? Who put the voodoo doll? Who's controlling it? There's a lot of questions that we have for Coach Stephanie White. Leather. Okay? A lot of questions for this front office. It's raining dildos in the WNBA. The slows are talking crazy on the internet. We're going to talk about it and much more right after the intro. Let's go! Boys, girls, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as. Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode of the W360. Happy Friday, W360 Nation. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It is a lot going on, actually. It's a lot going on, actually. But happy Friday. Happy Friday, guys. We have some things to talk about. Let me get adjusted here. Here we go. We have some things to talk about when it comes to America's team, okay? What's up, W360 Nation? What's up, chat? I see you in the chat, Rhonda Stewart. What's going on, Rhonda? Colleen G. Colleen G says, AT smiles like she stole everybody's food in the prison commissary. Oh, it's about to be one of those kind of nights, I see. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. What's up, Charlie? WI6JJ. Charlie, WI6JJ, what's going on? I see you. Hey, Laura. What's up, 6'8" Aquarius? What's going on, Kelly? I see you in the chat. Lauren, I know you're out there. 9 Divine 16. CJ, where have you been? You were missed. Working. I have to work. That's how the lights stay on. They keep demonetizing my YouTube videos, so I got to work. David, what's going on? David Cook Speaks, 8735. What's up, Synthman65, I see you in the chat. Peggy Cole, what's up, girl? And what's going on? Shade. What's up, W360 Nation in America and everyone watching from all over? All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you are new here, whether you're catching the live or you're catching the playback, thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you like, share, comment, do all the things YouTube like for you to do with these episodes and channels so that the video is in the algorithm for others to see and share, okay? And if you are a returning viewer, W360 Nation, thank you. Also, if you're new here, subscribe. Subscribe to the W360. Tell your mama, your daddy, your sister, your auntie, your brother, and even that family member that's locked away in prison for the next 30 years, they have nothing else to do. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them and the rest of the prisoners that they all fight over bologna sandwiches for, subscribe. Subscribe to the W360 and pass the word around, okay? Subscribe. 6'8" Aquarius, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I'm voting the green glizzy for league MVP. Oh, that is hilarious to me. That's hilarious to me. All right, guys. let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room here. Okay, let's talk about this elephant in the room. And that elephant in the room is America's team. Oh, it's a mess. Mess. Everything about this team is a mess. Okay, from the game yesterday, they suffered the loss against the Phoenix Penitentiary. And you guys know, if there isn't one loss that I don't want, it's against the Phoenix Penitentiary. The Phoenix Penitentiary. I mean, my God, those women. Sheesh. Nonetheless, they put a beating on America's team. Lost the game. America's team lost the game 60-95. And the thing is, I don't mind losing games. No one thought this squad was going to go undefeated. No one thought this squad was going to go undefeated. This squad employs Brie Turner. We know that this isn't a squad or an organization that's going to go undefeated. But if you're going to take a loss with some dignity and pride and honor. This squad displayed none of those three. Outside of my white Nubian queen, we're going to talk about the white Nubian queen. No one on this squad deserves a steak and a drink. You didn't earn it. You didn't earn it. Nothing. You should have walked back to your hotel rooms. Seriously. I mean, this, at the end of the day, guys, this team is just soft. It's just soft. You don't play with a chip on your shoulders. You don't play with something to prove. Now you have America behind you. We're rooting for you, spending our hard-earned money. And you, Stephanie White, you put mess out there. You brought mess to this team. She stinks. The mess that she brought to play with White Sheezes for the most part stinks. That front office stinks. Stinky, dirty diapers. That's what it is. Your rotations stink. Game plan stink. Stink. Your answers and your pressers after the game, before the game stink. Your leather jackets stink. All of it stink. We're mad at you, Stephanie. White leather. How don't you get control of this squad? How do you let these women go out and put on that display that they put on? You're supposed to be the defensive-minded coach. We're the defensive-oriented team. This team isn't playing any D. You let a squad full of prisoners come out and score 90 points. 95 points. I stand corrected. Tasha Mack worked at a chicken shop before she got picked up. She was plucking chickens and wringing them and plucking them and frying them in some oil. That's what Tasha Mack was doing. You don't believe me? Do your Googles. They picked up Tasha Mack from the Phoenix Mercury from a chicken coop. Maybe Indiana has to go pick up a player from a chicken coop. So instead of Tasha Mack wringing chicken necks, now she's wringing WNBA players' necks. And getting paid and winning. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. You let a squad that employs a chicken coop ringer beat you. And to me, she scored. She scored. You can't make this up. Tasha Mack. Natasha Mack played 23 minutes. She scored twice. She had 4 whole points. 4. I'm not making this up. I'm not making it up. Now you have DeWanna Bonner, who nationally embarrassed herself by quitting on America's team. You guys put a battery in her back to talk trash, which that's what they should do. This is a sport. You talk trash. This squad needs to talk trash back. Say something back. Push back. Somebody tell DeWanna Bonner, hush, you stink. You stink. You're just a professional humper. All you want to do is hump with a little bit of hooping on the side, and you get lucky and mistakenly have a good game here or there. You played like Elvis when you were in Indiana, and DeWanna Bonner has the nerve to talk trash. And Indiana allowed it. That's not America's team. That is not America's team. We fight back. Fight back. Who cares if you lose? Fight back. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham, aka Nubian White Queen. Sophie Cunningham, you Nubian White Queen, you go get yourself a steak and a drink. You earned it. You earned it. You get a steak and a drink last night. You get a steak and eggs for dinner and a drink and a mimosa. You earned it. Sophie Cunningham was the only one that played in this game last night that acted like she wanted to be a team that they're better than. You let a squad full of Netflix binge watchers that play a little basketball on the side score 95 points. That Phoenix Mercury squad stinks. And now you got all the slows celebrating. Now, white Nubian Queen here gets 2 steaks. You earned it. 1 steak is for you to consume and enjoy. Medium rare. The other steak is for her black eye. She got a black eye. And that's what you're going to get: black eyes and busted lips and missing teeth and broken bones, torn ACLs when you play prisoners. That's what happened. That's the only time they're let out on the yard to play. They have to get their aggression out somehow. So they beat up on the America's team. Beat them up. 2 players are out for the rest of the season. White Nubian Queen got a busted lip and a black eye. They look like they went to war. What's up, Terry? Brad Burns, 6685. What's going on? One thing I applaud Sophie Cunningham for doing is staying loyal to her organization. Apparently, the Phoenix Mercury prison audience gave her a standing ovation. They gave her a standing ovation, welcomed her back. We all know Sophie Cunningham, spent a lot of time in Phoenix. She was a part of the penitentiary, glad that she was released. Okay, she was released from Phoenix Penitentiary. Now she gets to play with America's team. But she was asked about, how she feels about Phoenix, Arizona, and this is what Sophie had to say. Here we are.
Or just as an opponent tonight. Yeah, AZ was good to me, but I'm way happier where I'm at now. It was good to see people. It was fun to play in front of some fans. But for me, I'm way happier in Indiana.
I want to hear this one more time. I want to hear it one more time.
Or just as an opponent tonight.
Yeah, you know, AZ was good to me, but I'm way happier where I'm at now. It was good to see people. It was fun to play in front of some fans. But for me, I'm way happier in Indiana.
Shout out to you, white Nubian queen. Shout out to you. Seriously, because the thing is, I like what Sophie is doing from the podcast, how she's speaking out, you know, to basically let everyone know the league has been hating on white sheezes, Caitlin Clark. She basically told, you know, it was said around the league, it was a word around the league that, you know, we're going to show Caitlin Clark that this isn't her league, even though it is. They are intentionally trying to hurt her. Sophie Cunningham is putting it all out there, baby. I love it. And even after losing to Arizona, she said, hey, Arizona's fine. You know, the penitentiary days are over, but I'm much happier here in Indiana. She made that very, very, very clear. Very clear. Okay? No one enjoys playing with a chicken coop owner. Worker. Nobody wants to play with that. Then you got DeWanna Bonner and Alyssa Thomas humping and hooping. Seriously. So I applaud Sophie. She's the only one that plays with a little bit of spice. A little bit of spice. She plays with grit and she plays like she wants to win. Everyone else was out there like, when is this over? Before I get into DeWanna Bonner and her trash talk to Lexie, I want to be very clear when I say, DeWanna Bonner, you stink. You stink. Stinky, dirty diaper. You stink, DeWanna. You stunk in Indy. We were patient with you. America was patient with you for the 5 minutes that you were there. America was patient. But you stunk up the place. Last season, you stunk up the place. You're just good in the old WNBA. You can't even hang in this new league. You stink. The only thing you've accomplished in this league is having multiple babies by different players. That's it. That's the only thing you've done significant in this league, DeWanna. Since you want to talk trash and no one talking trash back. And I would say this. I would say it to your face. The only thing you've done, DeWanna, was spread your royal oats across this league. Who has 3 kids by 3 different players? Or 2 different players, however many wives or baby mothers you have. Only you. Only you. You stink. Poor display of character. All of it. All of it. All of it. Terry Bradburn, 6685. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Because I have an opinion on that. Nonetheless, let's take a look at DeWanna Bonner and what she said to Lexie Hustle. Okay. Guys, mind you, let's take another look at this play. Moving screen number 1. Moving screen number 2. If I'm not mistaken, there were 3 moving screens. 1, 2, 3. scenes on this play. Look when she shoots it. She's jumping up and down as if she's saying, please, please, please go in. Look when she shoots it. Look how sorry she is. Look how sorry she is. Look at her. Look at her. Please, please, please go in. Yeah, yeah, white girl. Yeah, 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 I got your white ass. Yeah, yeah, I got your white ass. Yeah, DeWanda, you stink. You needed 3 moving screens to get that shot off. You talk mess to Lexie Hustle. Why didn't you talk mess in Indiana when you were there and she took your spot? Because according to Inside the League, Lexie Hustle is the one that started over you and took your spot. Did you have that energy during practice, DeWanna? Did you have that energy when Lexie was outrunning you in practice? Then the rest of the squad was outrunning you and they were running down the court and back and all the back down the court, and you were still just now getting down the court. You didn't have that energy then. I don't know what kind of powers or what kind of audacity that Alyssa Thomas is humping up in you, but you need to relax. Relax. You stink. Your reputation is tarnished. All of it. You stink. All that humping got you feeling a little too confident. Calm down. Calm down. You're not good. Calm down. Your team stinks. Calm down. Why do you think no one talks about this squad? That squad stinks. Your squad stinks. So yeah, that was it was so cringe to watch. It was so cringe to watch. Just between Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner just out there talking mess, committing all types of flagrant fouls, moving screens, and they're just laughing through it because their league, this league has allowed Alyssa Thomas to fool not only the audience, but fool the referees and other WNBA players to think that she's this strong, talented player, and she's not. She's not. She stinks. She has no talent. Alyssa Thomas stinks. Goodness gracious. Alyssa Thomas stinks. This woman stinks. This woman is probably in the top 5 stinkiest player in the league. Just watch her. The slows you can keep tweeting me all day. Well, she had another triple-double. I don't care anything about that. Are you watching the game? Because I'm watching the games. I'm watching the game. She stinks. She don't drink Gatorade. During the game, she drinks victim juice, specially made in her own kitchen. She eats victim meals. Natasha Mack goes and get a chicken from her chicken coop, wring its neck, pluck it, fry it in the oil, and take it, sprinkle a little victim sprinkles on it, pour up a little victim juice, and they all just eat victim meals together. That squad stinks. So yes, as far as the game though, outside of those stinky players, which picture? Ginger W1QI. Can you straighten that picture in the back wall? Love your show, CJ. Thank you, Ginger. Which picture? I got Paul Mooney here, and I have my favorite show here, Martin. I have Paul Mooney, who signed this for me. Actually, did I open for him that time? Can't remember. One of my favorite comics as well. I don't know. I'll fix it after the show. The whole wall is. I mean, look at the paint. No one told me you had to put tape down when you paint. No one told me that. They should have put the instructions on the can when you get it, or the brushes. So that's why the wall looks like that. I painted it myself. I'm really proud. I'm proud. I didn't know you had to tape off and duct tape the wall. I just thought, you just stay in the lines. And as I was painting, I was like, yeah, this isn't going good. This isn't going good at all. None of this is going well. This wasn't a good idea, actually. So we're stuck with it. All right? All right. We're stuck with the wall. If anybody in the chat knows any painters in the Texas area that can come and fix it, DM me. Let me know. All right. Stephanie White, I want to come back to you for a second. I just want to vent about this team, guys. We haven't gotten together. We haven't gotten together in a minute, so I want to vent about this team. We're just at 26 minutes. I don't know what Stephanie White is going to do now. If you haven't heard, guys, the Fever, Indiana, are down 2 players now. Okay? Ari McDonald, out for the rest of the season. She broke a bone in her foot. She broke a bone in her foot. Okay? So Ari McDonald, she's out the rest of the season. Kane was here for about 12 minutes and she left, or she's out for the season. Sydney Colson, tore ACL, out for the rest of the season. Out. Okay? I actually have them up here. Nope, not you. Do I have Ari? Thought I did. Nonetheless, so they're out. Stephanie White's rotations were very concerning at first. Now I have no idea what she's going to do. No idea. Sydney's ACL, her knees are out. She's done. She tore her knee up. Ari's foot broke her bone. She's out. This squad is down to 9 players. 9 players. And no point guard. White Sheeza, she's still out with her growing. Brie Turner's out. Nothing's wrong. She's just out. Nothing's wrong. She's not injured. She just stinks. Okay, so really this squad is down to 8 players. Damaris Dantes not performing well, so now you're down to 7 players. Depending on the day of the week, you can count Natasha Howard. So if it's a bad night for Natasha, now you're down to 6 players. If Kelsey Mitchell is off, now you're down to 5 players. So it's going to be interesting to see what this squad does against the Chicago Sky tomorrow. Okay, now Chicago Sky, they're missing a bunch of players too. Okay, so this is going to be like a third string battle between both teams. We're going to be here tomorrow again after the game. We're going to be right here tomorrow after the game. So now the question is, what does Indiana Fever do next? What do they do next? Laurie Scan Lon 8365 says, LOL, you watch. She'll have Turner playing point guard tomorrow. Seriously, Natasha Howard might be bringing the ball up the court tomorrow. This squad does not have a point guard. Okay? They don't have a point guard. Now, the question is, what do they do next? Who do they bring in? According to Alexa Philippou, Alexa says, due to league rules, the Fever won't be able to sign a hardship player until after tomorrow's game against Chicago. They will have 9 players available for that contest. Basically, the game tomorrow, they only have 9 players available. They can't sign anyone until after the game tomorrow. Stupid rule. I don't get the point of this rule. I would have to look into it and say, why is this rule in place anyway? Now, you ask yourself, who's available out there to get? Who's available? And a lot of people, there's a name floating around the internet. Let me bring it up here. I want to bring her picture up. Oops. Give me 1 second, guys. Because I want to talk about this. All right, there's a name floating around the internet that people are discussing as far as who, Indiana should bring in next. W360 Nation, who do you guys think Indiana should bring in next? Who do you guys think Indiana should bring in next? There's one name floating around the internet here, folks. And there it is. There she is. There she is. Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter. It's a hot name that's floating around the internet right now as far as who's available, as far as Indiana signing. Now, my perspective on it, if Indiana, I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past Indiana to sign Kennedy Carter. If Kennedy Carter is signed to Indiana, I would just have to suck it up and, deal with it. I really would. I would just have to deal with it. She's there, right? I mean, we stomach Brie Turner. We stomach Brie Turner. And shout out to CDS Sports. I saw that he said on social media earlier as well, as far as people saying Kennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark, they don't get along and this and that. It's Caitlin Clark played with DeWanda Barner. She has teammates around her before that didn't like her and hated her. What would be the difference? What would be the difference? My concern would be a culture fit. A culture fit for Indiana. But that raises the question, what culture? What culture? Stephanie White is still saying at this point of the season, we're about to go into the playoffs soon. She's still saying that Indiana is looking for their identity. They're searching for their identity. So as far as I'm concerned, hell, go with whoever can play. So White Jesus and Kennedy Carter together, you're not going to have to worry about scoring. We watch Natasha Howard play every week. At least she can play. At least she can play. So I would be kicking and screaming, but I would get over it. I would deal with it, and she would give, Indiana needs a new guard, a guard that can score. Kennedy Carter is better than Sydney Colson. And I'm just being honest. I'm really being honest. Never want to see a player get injured. Of course, wishing them, Ari and Sydney Colson, certainly wishing them well. This is all jokes aside. This is all sarcasm, all of that aside. Wishing them well. We don't want to see anyone get injured. Okay? We don't want to see anyone or wish injury on any player ever, even the players that I don't like. Never wish injury on any player, okay? So, to be clear, yes, wishing them a speedy recovery. Now, moving along, she's better than Colson. Also available right now that could possibly sign a hardship contract with Indiana. Ariel Powers is out there. Zaya Cook is out there. Jalen Sherrod is out there as well. If I had to pick a player that I think Indiana should sign, or two, because keep in mind, even though Ari and not Kennedy, Sophie, what's this child's name? Sydney are injured. They can be waived. You can still waive them. But Deja Kelly is out there as well. Deja Kelly. I wouldn't go with Brie Hall. I don't think Brie Hall could come in and have an immediate impact at all. My pick would be Zia Cook. I think Zia Cook could come in and have an immediate impact. There's that connection between Zia Cook and Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina. They both played together. Now, I don't know if Zia Cook has broken the South Carolina curse, the victim curse, because, those women tend to all be victims and freedom fighters when they leave that university. It's a part of the culture there. You have to take victimhood one-on-one. Then you have to take, when you enter the school, and then when you leave the school, you have to take victimhood 4,000. Okay? It's required classes. I checked with the academic advisor at South Carolina. It's required for all student athletes, women's basketball student athletes. You got to take victimhood 1,000, and you got to take victimhood studies 4,000 before you leave. Okay? So I don't know if Zia Cook has unlearned everything that those professors with septum rings and purple hair and taught her at that university. I hope she unlearned it, because if you come in my town with that mess, we're going to tell you to get out of my town. Don't you bring that septum ring, purple hair teachings to my town. We don't tolerate it here. All right? We don't tolerate it. All right? You keep that mess in South Carolina, or you take it to Vegas. All right? We live in reality here. Now, if Zia Cook comes, it would be a great addition to the squad, because she has experience playing with Aaliyah Boston. So they already have that connection. Wouldn't be much to rekindle there. Wouldn't be much. Just don't bring any of those teachings here. Ariel Powers. Liked her in Atlanta. I thought Ariel Powers was, she's a hoot to watch play, but Ariel Powers plays with a spunkiness, and she's going to defend her teammates. And Ariel Powers, you need her on this squad because she has a chip on her shoulder from how Cheryl Reeve did her. She didn't get along with Cheryl Reeve, so she's going to want to win that Minnesota game, right? And she's thirsty to play. So my input here at the W360, guys, take my word for it. I think they should go after Zia Cook and Ariel Powers. I wouldn't too much say Jalen Sherrod. She was like a third string point guard at New York. Jalen Sherrod is wild and uncouth. Okay, she just run all over the court. She's just all over the damn place. Played at Colorado, had a great year. Great stint in Colorado. But I think Jalen Sherrod Jalen Sherrod should stay where she's at. Okay. But yes, I think they should bring Zia Cook and Ariel Powers. Absolutely. I'm for that. I think that they would both fit in culturally with Indiana and America's team. Like I said, if Zia Cook has unlearned victimhood 4,000, I think they would both fit in with America's team. Tanya, what's up, Tanya Williams? Tanya Williams says Zia Cook is a good pick. I think so. What's up, Loyalty 55? I see you in the chat here. Rachel Banham to the fever. Ariel is 6 feet. I like someone over 5. Before I move on from Indiana, one thing I like to say is Brie Turner. Your free ride is over. Your free ride is over. Okay? We're ending the Uber trip. Okay? Your Uber trip has ended. Now, these women on this squad are hurt. This squad needs you. Why don't you get in the game tomorrow and do something? You're over 6 feet. You can't just sit there and make the money that you make and count the shot clock and be a political activist with a little bit of hooping on the side. No. Okay? Now, I literally think I said the only way Brie Turner should play is if everybody gets hit by a bread truck. Well, Brie, everyone's injured, so your time is here. Okay? Why don't you meet the moment and show up? We need you to show up. Brie Turner took to Twitter today. And I mean, it's Brie, read the room. Read the room. We don't care anything about what you have to say about what's going on. Brie Turner takes to Twitter today. Let me take them down. Oh, Kennedy. The numerous incidents of sex toys being thrown at WNBA games is disturbing. The Save Women's Sports crowd is awfully silent, but no surprise there. Doesn't fit the narrative. Selective outrage, abundant. WNBA is targeted and becomes an instant meme instead of taken seriously. SMH. Brie. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Listen, the only meme is you. It's you. Brie, you have more bookmarks on your tweet than you have points on the season. Why are you, Brie? No one cares about what you have to say about the dildos being thrown on the court. They're not hitting you. They're not hitting you. You're not in danger because you're never in the game because you stink. So now you have to play by disqualification. You have to play by disqualification. You literally have to play tomorrow because there aren't enough players. That's how you play because no one else is available. They called me and asked me to fly in to play tomorrow. I just can't make it there in time. So they said, hey, we'll just have to go with Brie Turner. Shut up. Shut up. Get in the gym. Thank you so much, 6'8" Aquarius, for the super chat. Says Carter made it known she don't want to come off the bench, so if she signs, it'll be to start if CC don't come back. If CC comes back, what do you do with Carter? You move her to the wing. You just move her to the wing. That's all. You move her to the wing. Yeah, that's fine. Put her at the 2 or 3. She's a better slasher anyway. So I would just move her to the wing. She'll be fine. She can start over anybody that's starting right now, if you ask me. She can start in front of Tosh. You're running a 4 out, 1 in anyway. Yeah, move her to the perimeter. Yes, nonetheless, Brie Turner is annoying. Brie Turner is annoying. Score a basket. Then tweet. Seriously. She makes the back of my knee itch. She's that player, you know when you're trying to go to sleep at night and you have that restless leg syndrome, you just keep moving your legs and it's just annoying. That's how Brie Turner makes me feel. Like restless leg syndrome. She does. She do. Nonetheless, we'll be tuned in for the game tomorrow against the Chicago Sky Guys. That game, it'll be an interesting one. We'll see how this goes. We'll see who decides to show up and play. Uh-oh. So the game is tomorrow at 7 p.m. We're going to be right here after the game. It's 7 p.m. my time, Central Time, so it's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be here after the game, okay? Chicago Sky are 8-22 right now, and Indiana 17-14. Angel Reese is out. I think something's wrong with her back, so she's out. So yes, there's that on the Indiana Fever. It's not a whole lot to get into as far as X's and O's. They played awful. White Jesus Clark, was interviewed by Sue Bird recently. I get it. Shout out to Monet Moments. Monet Moments said, "I'll never be a Carter fan. I'm a Lawyer fan. Don't like CC enemies." Yeah, I understand, but there's nothing can be done if they sign her. We're going to kick and scream, but if they sign her, they sign her. And like I said, I don't put anything past this front office as far as, the locker room. The locker room is getting along. This squad doesn't even stand up for themselves. So obviously the locker room isn't getting along. You watch a player like Natasha Cloud stand up for Sabrina Ionescu when Brie Hartley goes after her. Natasha Cloud runs over and stand up for her. This squad doesn't do that. So as far as I'm concerned, the locker room is a mess. It's a mess. They're not a family. I think they're split up. I do. I think they're split up. White Jesus said with Sue Bird, I pulled one clip from this interview because I wanted to talk about it really quick. And I think White Jesus is kind of throwing hints as far as what's happening on this team from this clip. So I want to talk about that. Also, the Pope Be Frank was on Jason Whitlock's show, and I ran across a clip on social media from something he said on it, and I'm going to talk about it. Also, dildos are still reigning at the WNBA games. I want to talk about that, and then we're going to wrap up, cover the scores around the WNBA, and then we're going to wrap up, okay? So let's take a look here at what White Jesus had to say, or a clip from the Sue Bird interview.
Our backup post players, like, I always think about like how Coach Bluter like ran practices and things, and like I'm very fortunate looking back and like now going to like watch other colleges' practices and things like that. Like she really like was so intentional about like making sure everyone was on the same page and like knew what they were doing and knew their role. In a way, like when I talk to people about it, I like joke like she brainwashed people, not like actually, but like
no,
you
part
like
of it is a
were
little
like
bit of
brainwashed into like,
yeah.
Okay, if you drive here, like you're going here and you're going here, and like even now at the professional level, I'm like, how do people not know like where to move? Like it blows my mind still. Like, but I think it just makes me like really appreciative of like what Coach Bluter was able to do when we were at Iowa. Like she was so smart. She was able to like construct a team and make sure everyone always knew what they were going to do, whether you were the smartest basketball player on the team or you weren't. Like you were always on the same page with your teammates.
Yeah, it's not brain.
Wow. White Jesus sounds like to me right now that she's missing that. Like it's like a wake up. It's almost like a downgrade when she gets to the league. And this isn't a chemistry thing. I don't think this is a chemistry thing. I saw some people saying online that it was like, oh, well, they just have to build up the chemistry. Iowa players were able to play with each other for all these years and this and that. When you get to the professional league, there are certain expectations of you as a pro, right? Because according to Shanae Ogwumike, these are the best 144 players in the league. These are the best players in the world, okay? Because that's what Shanae Ogwumike said on national TV. She shoved that down everyone's throats all season last season. These are the best players in the world. This is the best 144 players in the world. So when you're one of the best 144 players in the world, you're expected to know how to move without the ball. That's not a chemistry thing. That's an experience thing. You're expected to know how to make layups. You're expected to catch the ball. Things like this is it a reasonable expectation from professional athletes? So it sounds like White Jesus has gotten to the league and she isn't experiencing that. Let's take another listen. Peggy Cole, thank you so much for the super chat. Peggy says, how about her getting pulled from the game? Yeah, I saw that clip too. I can only probably do 1 or 2 clips from this interview. Sue Bird's team will strike my channel. So I only did 1 quick clip. I'll do some more clips as it come out. I might even do just separate videos per clip, but I can't put it all on the show. They'll strike my channel. So yes, I want to let's hear this. This isn't someone that's like, yeah, it was just like this isn't someone that's relieved. Some players come from college and say it's just great to play with professionals that know how to play with me and move without the ball. Whereas in college, you know, you have 18-year-olds that you kind of have to teach the game. You know, no, this sounds like a downgrade when you go from a good program at college to the WNBA. At least with these old guards. At least with them. I mean, imagine leaving Iowa and playing with Natasha Howard.
Even our backup post players, like, I always think about like how Coach Bluter like ran practices and things, and like I'm very fortunate looking back and like now going to like watch other colleges' practices and things like that. Like, she really like was so intentional about like making sure everyone was on the same page and like knew what they were doing and knew their role.
Obviously, Stephanie White isn't doing this because there are players on Indiana squad that don't know their role. And I'm not saying anything, but Natasha Howard doesn't know her role at times.
In a way, like when I talk to people about it, I like joke like she brainwashed people, not like actually, but like
no,
you
part
like
of it is a
we're
little
like
bit of
brainwashed into like,
yeah.
Okay, if you drive here, like you're going here and you're going here, and like even now at the professional level, I'm like, how do people not know like where to move? Like it blows my mind still. Like, but I think it just makes me like really appreciative of like what Coach Bluter was able to do when we were at Iowa. Like she was so smart. She was able to like construct a team and make sure everyone always knew what they were going to do, whether you were the smartest basketball player on the team or you weren't. Like you were always on the same page with your teammates. And
yeah, it's not brain.
Yeah. Yeah. This isn't happening in Indiana right now. This isn't happening in Indiana. It's not. It's not. And you can see White Jesus. That's I think that she's putting that out there. They're not on the same page. They're not on the same page. I mean, look who you brought to this squad. Look who you brought to this squad. You brought a traitor. You brought a traitor that just wants to hump with a little bit of hooping on the side. You brought another person who just isn't good, doesn't play, bench warmer, left one bench, went to another bench, left Chicago's bench, and came to Indiana's bench. Brie Turner. You brought a point guard who was also, you know, I'm just going to choose my words carefully because, you know, she's recently injured and she had a couple of good stints, a couple of good runs. What a 2-minute point guard should do. What a point guard that gets in for a couple of minutes should do. She hit a few threes, things like that, Sydney Colson, but there are players out there better than Sydney Colson. You guys could have gotten someone way better than Sydney Colson. Sydney Colson can't run an offense. She can't. Wishing her a speedy recovery, but I'm just keeping it real. Indiana isn't losing much. Now, nobody wants to say it. I'll say it. Indiana isn't losing much. You'll get more from Zia Cook. You probably would get more from Jalen Sherrod. Like, you're not losing much. And I mean this respectfully. Respectfully. Lovely girl. Very likable. Funny. But you're not losing much. I'm just being honest. Um, so yes, other than that, looks like White Jesus is disappointed. I understand White Jesus. I'm disappointed too. I'm disappointed too. White Jesus, you heal your groin, okay? You don't come in and let these women beat you up. All right, moving along. This video I ran across this video on my feed earlier. And when I saw the video, I said, what is he doing? Right? I started not to say anything because, I don't, sometimes people can misread me, right? But I said, no. I think I need to just kind of comment on this and just make some things very clear. So if you didn't know, shout out to the Pope Be Frank. The Pope Be Frank. He has a YouTube channel, the Pope Be Frank channel or YouTube show. Covers Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark also, content creator. If you're here, I'm pretty sure you know who the Pope Be Frank is. Shout out to all the content creators. Rose, one of my favorites. I love black and white sports. Rose, CDS Sports, Livewire as well. It's a few. It's the space is growing as far as who's covering the WNBA. Whether you're covering the Fever or you're covering your other favorite teams, the space. There's a space out there of WNBA content creators. The Pope Be Frank is one. Recently made an appearance on Jason Whitlock. And I saw a clip here that on social media that's surfacing on social media, and I want to play it and I want to talk about it. Okay, so let's take a look at the clip that's surfacing on social media right now. The Pope Be Frank on Jason Whitlock.
Okay, women shouldn't even be playing basketball. It's a contact sport. I mean, what are we doing here, Jason?
Yes, Ben Daniels, one of my favorite, talk in real life. Love the guy. Ben Daniels is amazing. I don't know why I didn't say Ben Daniels is amazing. I love Ben. Ben is funny in real life, y'all. Y'all would not. Ben Daniels is funny in real life. Let's take a look at this clip.
Okay, women shouldn't even be playing basketball. It's a contact sport. I mean, what are we doing here, Jason? What are we doing? It's a contact sport. I don't want to see women playing basketball. They're not athletic enough. They're not fast enough. They're not none of that. They need to be tennis, golf, volleyball, swimming, track, no contact sports.
Frank, I wasn't expecting you to be this frank. I'm not sure if I agree with you. Your channel is built around the WNBA.
This was weird to me. Okay? And what I want to do here, when I saw this, and of course the slows, they're taking this clip and they're passing it around on social media. See, the people that defend Caitlin Clark and the content creators, they don't like women. They don't even watch the show. They don't watch games. See, they don't even like women. They don't support the league. I would like to be very clear here at the W360, okay? That clip and what the Pope said on that platform is nowhere near indicative of what we put out here at the W360. I can't speak for all content creators. I can only speak for me. We're not against women's basketball players. We like the sport. Now, we crack jokes. We have players that we don't like. But never, And I want to be very clear. CJSoFoolish and the W360, to all the slows that's pushing that narrative of WNBA content creators and the Caitlin Clark defenders and the Indiana Fever content creators, they don't even like women. They don't like sports. You see, that's him. Do not group us all together with that mess. Don't. I don't know why Frank, the Pope be Frank, went on that platform and said that. It's weird. And it's extremely counterproductive of what we're trying to push as WNBA content creators. When you guys go on these platforms, you guys know that you represent all of us that's trying to push a certain message. We got agendas to push and points to prove. You set us back when you say things like that. You give the slows a battery in their back. This was embarrassing. This was embarrassing. I almost gave you slow of the week, Frank. I almost gave you slow of the week. You don't go on a platform as such and say something so ridiculous. That is not how we feel. We root on women's basketball. We root them on. We don't like Alyssa. I don't like Alyssa Thomas, but it's never personal. I would never say women shouldn't be playing a contact sport, because you even made Jason Whitlock say you have a whole channel talking about women's basketball. If you don't think women should play basketball, why are you covering the sport? Why? Shador Sanders played tonight. Football season is starting. Cover that. Put out videos on football then. Since you want to see contact. But I'd like to be very clear, that is nowhere near a representation of what we love women's basketball. We're fans. We're passionate. Even when the whole notion came out, the women want to get paid more, run the tapes back. I said, they should get more money. We all want more money from our jobs. We're not against women here. I don't know where this message is getting lost, and I don't know, I don't know where this message is getting lost, and I don't know what's trying to be pushed, but I think the record needs to be set straight here. In a couple of W360 Nation, I'm not going to play it on this platform because I'm not trying to pile on Frank here, but I think there needs to be a reassessment. Like, hey, realign. Someone sent me a video of Pope putting on a wig. A wig! And a bra or something to imitate Angel Reese. Listen, to all the slows that's watching this show, stop grouping me with that. Okay? Stop. You get an opportunity to go on a platform as such, and that's what you do? That's what you say? That's weird. And I've talked to Pope in real life. Pope, he knows this isn't personal or anything like that. It's not. It's not at all. But no, that's weird. It's weird. Don't agree with it. Was actually disappointed when I saw it. I said, what is he doing? What is he doing? Hey, man. It's I can't. Some stuff I can't defend. You know, I cannot defend someone saying women should not be playing basketball. It's a contact sport. Y'all need to do track, soccer. This. Why are you making content about the WNBA then? Do NBA content or NFL content or whatever else sports you watch. Do that. Up north, M.I. Girl. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, CJ, I love you, but Stephanie White was the coach of the Oranges, the New Black crew. DBAT, Dijon, Dig Your Eye Out, and Marina Mabry. The players who hate and assault CC the most. Stephanie is trash. Yes, yes. Can't argue there. Can't argue there. Can't argue there. Monica Middleton said, please tell me you heard the cringy rap at the end. Oh, Jesus. He rapped? I haven't had a chance to watch the entire this is secondhand embarrassment, man. You make us all look bad, and then you give these lames, these slows online more momentum to say, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See how all of them do? You don't even realize it. That's what's crazy. Probably think you did great. Y'all got to go check me out. Let me go. Let me stop. Six-foot-8 Aquarius, thank you so much for the super chat. He took the opportunity to clout chase on a big platform. He making the WNBA content cause it's popular, not because he likes it. Yeah. Yeah. That's wild to me. All right. Moving along. Pope, do better. Do better. We've talked in real life. Do better. Do better. If there's a next time, do better. Just do better. That's it for that. All right. Before we get out of here, Sean Reeve gave her input on the WNBA reigning dildos. Okay, that's what it is. It's dildos. It's dildos. Shura Reeve is upset. All right, and let's take a look at what Shura Reeve had to say.
Things onto the court. Obviously, you guys know what the object is, and I just want to comment on this has been going on for centuries. The sexualization of women. This is the latest version of that. And it's not fun. And it should not be the butt of jokes on any radio shows or in print or in any comments. The sexualization of women is what's used to hold women down. And this is no different. This is just its latest form. And we should write about it in that way. And these people that are doing this should be held accountable. And we're not the butt of the joke. They're the problem. And we need to take action. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, and I think the funniest part about all of this is Shura Reeve. Like, you don't understand. This is the year 2025. Okay? You guys responding to this and highlighting it. We're going to talk about it on my shows. WNBA influencers, we're talking about this. We're going to laugh. Even though I will say I would have to agree. You know, it's not. I just have to be honest, man. It's. I can't even give a fake politically correct. I get it. It's disrespectful in the grand scheme of things to women, blah, blah, blah. Women, sexualization, all that. I get it. But this is some funny shit. I'm sorry. This is some funny shit. Who came up with the idea to throw dildos on the court? Now, guys, you guys know I have a dark sense of humor. I do. So please do not, don't listen to me when it comes to serious topics that shouldn't be funny, that's meant to be funny. I laugh at the worst joke that you can think of. I think it's one of my favorite comics is Paul Mooney. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm sorry. This is some funny shit. These people throwing these dildos on the court. Sure. The last thing you need to do is get on the internet and say, this isn't funny. Stop making fun of it. No, they're going to keep making fun of it. This is the internet of 2025. There's a meme out there, and I'm not pulling it up on my platform because I don't want to platform it, but there's a meme out there with a, mind you, I'm talking about, with a shadow of a dildo. Like, I don't know how these people are editing these pics, but they have a shadow that's like overseeing like a WNBA arena. And they're saying like it's like a dildo space getting ready to land before the WNBA game or something like this. Like, yes, there are jokes going to be made. Yes. CJ Prince 1, if you think sexual harassment is funny, then yeah, hilarious. Yeah, I just told you. I'm not, yes. It's not sexual harassment to me. But if we're calling it sexual harassment, fine, sexual harassment. I don't stand for sexual harassment. Is that? Not a fan of sexual harassment. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit on my platform and say, y'all guys, this isn't. I'm going to tell you how I truly feel. I laugh. I'm sorry. I laugh. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But I laugh. It's funny. What I'm saying is the WNBA has to stop platforming this if you do not want it to continue to grow. You guys are handling this the wrong way. You're feeding trolls. That's what they want. Now they're going to start throwing 3 dildos on the court. Now, you cannot put wheels on this movement. And that's exactly what you all are doing. This is exactly what you all are doing. You're putting wheels on it. You're putting fire behind it. And the thing is, guys, I was a prankster growing up. I was a prankster. I was the kid in class that threw paper balls at the teacher. I was a prankster, right? I organized the food fights in the cafeteria. Ask Sade. I organized those. I organized the entire senior prank. I organized it. So this, to me, it is funny. It's funny to me. You know, someone said 1 was funny. Now I'm over it, and there's a group of guys doing it that wouldn't dare do it in the NBA. I think this will pass. I think it'll pass, but I personally think the WNBA is purposely pushing it. I think the WNBA is purposely promoting it. I think Kathy and the rest have sat down and said, listen, it's bad press, but any press is good press. We got all our star players. Her Angel Reese is out. White Jesus is out. So many players are hurt. Isn't Brianna Stewart out? Nafisa Collier's out, injured. One of the stud buds is injured. So if you ask me, I really think the WNBA is intentionally promoting this. Because why would the cameraman keep zooming in when it's thrown on the court? They're promoting this. There's not many storylines. What do you want to talk about? Alyssa Thomas? And my whole thing is, where's the WNBPA? Huh? Where is all these investigations? Because you guys didn't take, where's the WNBA? Why are y'all not why are you guys not having investigations behind the dildos? You're telling me you were willing to investigate claims of monkey noises as if, remember on this platform I asked, what does an investigation of monkey noises look like? What are you going to do? Call everybody that was at the game and say, hey, did you guys hear any monkey noises? You didn't hear it? Did your son hear it? He's at school right now? Okay, when he gets home off the bus, can you have them give us a call and let us know if he heard any monkey noises? But the WNBPA, you put out a statement about Nancy Lieberman when she asked a legitimate question to Dejanay Carrington about Freddy Krueger and Caitlin Clark's eye. She almost took her eye out like in the movie Saw. You guys put out statements about that? You don't want to investigate your league and people throwing dildos on the court during your league since it's sexual harassment? You don't want to investigate sexual harassment, Nneka Ogwumike. You investigate everything else. Oh, you guys aren't going to do an investigation because it's not happening in Indiana. There's no way to connect it to Caitlin Clark. That's why. That's why. Seriously. Seriously. Charlie says they have arrested 2 of them. These people don't care about getting arrested. What are the charges? Disorderly conduct and something else. Those are misdemeanors. They'll get community service or something. This is a prank that. What's up, Sequoia Hartman? I see you in the chat. What's going on, girl? This is a prank that whoever's pulling this, they don't care. They don't care. So I say that to say, yeah. Isn't phasing me. This is for the league to handle. I wish you guys had the same energy for this dildo thing that you guys had with the monkey noises. The monkey noises. And the investigation into the monkey noises. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, hey, it's a prank. Maybe the WNBPA will figure it out. Nneka Ogwumike. Maybe you guys will figure it out. As far as I'm concerned, everybody else, you can shut your pie hole. You can shut your pie hole right now. And you can get all these claims out of my town. I don't care. I don't care. Because you don't care because you can't connect it to slandering white Jesus. I don't care. If you got a problem with it, go talk to your therapist about it. You won't get any sympathy from me. All right? Scores around the league. Scores around the league, guys. And then we're going to wrap up tonight. Right now, the Storm and the Aces are playing. There is 9:18 left in the third quarter. They're playing on Ion, guys. It's 36-49. Aces lead. New York Liberty pulled out the victory over the Dallas Wings. Who's surprised at that? Pulled out the victory over the Dallas Wings, 88-77. And the Minnesota Lynx, Cheryl Reeve, they skated by the Washington Mystics 80-76. Okay. Yesterday, we know America's team lost to the Phoenix Penitentiary 60-95. Connecticut Sun lost to the LA Sparks 91-102. And the Atlanta Dream beat the Chicago Sky 86-65. All right. Upcoming games tomorrow, we know the Chicago Sky play Chicago Sky play America's team at 7 o'clock, and the Sparks play the Valkyries at 7:30. Sunday, we're going to be right here after the game, guys. Sunday, New York Liberty play Minnesota Lynx at 11:30 a.m. That's going to be a great game. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at the W360_. I'll definitely be tweeting through that game. Also, Dallas and Washington, they face off at 3 p.m. The Phoenix Penitentiary and Atlanta Dream, they face off at 5. And the Los Angeles Sparks and Seattle face off at 7. And the Las Vegas Aces, Asia Civil Rights Whistle, and her squad will face off against the Connecticut Sun at 8 p.m. on NBA TV, okay? All right. Slow of the week. I'm going to do slow of the week tomorrow. I'm working on a special slow of the week. I'm working on the special slow of the week, and I need to cross my T's and dot my I's and protect myself legally. And I need to make sure I do before I put this out. If not, I'm just going to go with someone else. But there is a slow that I'm after you. I'm after you. And I just need to make sure I protect myself legally. I'm just fact checking one last thing. And if I can't fact check it, I'm not going to put it out. But just know, slow. Just know, I'm after you. We're going to do slow of the week tomorrow, okay, on tomorrow's show. All right, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode, okay? Be sure to follow me on Twitter at the W360 _. We have a great time. Great time. We have a great time over on Twitter, okay? So follow me at the W360 _. Also, shop the W360.com. Shop the W360.com. If you placed an order within the last week, and a half, your order is going out with this week's merch run. All right, so you'll have the updated. You'll get your email as well with your tracking information that's going out this week. I was gone a week for work, so if you have been waiting on your order, it's going out with this week's merch run. Okay. Other than that, guys, happy Friday. Enjoy your night, and I will see you back on the next episode. All right? Until peace and so